Live from the NBC Montana studios, this is NBC Montana Today.
Good morning, Montana. I hope you're having a lovely day because we have a long week ahead of us, so let's get into it. Wildfires continue to roar here in northwest Montana as the Missoula Valley continues to see unhealthy adverse effects. Plus, as information continues to come out around the Georgia high school teen shooter, now the mom of the shooter speaking out saying she warned the school. And it was a busy week for Montana football as we bring the highlights and lowlights from our top teams.
Well, the time is 6:30 this morning. We have some areas of smoke. You can definitely smell that smoke. Unhealthy air quality for us right now in the Missoula area. We're at 61. It's 49 in Butte, 52 for you in Bozeman. We're at 59 currently in Kalispell. Again, Sealy, Missoula, Hamilton, Butte, Helena. Air quality is rated as flat out unhealthy. We've got an air quality alert up as we move throughout the day today. Temperatures mid-70s for us at noon. Now, smoke could limit warming potential, but we'll likely make our way into the mid to upper 80s this afternoon in the Missoula area. We'll be at 86 at around 5 p.m. For Bozeman, similar forecast. Temperatures 72 at noon, 82 at around 5 p.m. 3-day forecast. Right-hand side of the screen starts to hint at some potential changes on Wednesday. I think you'll like the forecast. We're tracking cooler, wetter weather. Everything you need to know is coming up in 10 minutes.
We're taking a live look over Missoula right now from our Clearwater Credit Union weather camera, and that's not fog. And it's really started to settle here in the Missoula Valley these last couple of days, but it's pretty ashy and smoky. And like Brooke said about that unhealthy air, according to Missoula Public Health, air quality is currently rated at mostly unhealthy for the Missoula Valley, meaning avoid strenuous outdoor activities and keep them short if you go out. But also try to stay inside and keep those activities inside to be the safest. And an element of that smoke and ashy sky is the Sherritt Creek fire west of Stevensville is seeing some developments. Latest reports show the fire is just over 3,000 acres, but now at 36% contained. Crews say the fire is the most intense and advancing slowly heading into the Selway Bitterroot Wilderness. Teams are continuing to cool hot spots when possible, and there are 499 people fighting this fire. But this isn't the only fire. The Johnson Fire, 3 miles south of Springer Memorial Community in the East Fork, is now more than 6,300 acres. With 254 personnel, 13 engines, 6 hand crews, 2 aerial resources, and 8 heavy equipment helping contain the fire at 25%. Mop-up efforts are being done in a number of areas while also reinforcing fire lines. There are a number of closures in place, so check out our website at NBCMontana.com for that info. There's new details in last week's mass shooting at a Georgia high school. The mother of the 14-year-old suspect reportedly warned school officials of an emergency beforehand. That's according to the aunt of the suspect, and she told the Washington Post her sister called this high school to find her son. This just 30 minutes before gunfire erupted, killing 2 teachers and 2 students. The teen suspect is being tried as an adult. He appeared in court Friday, followed by his father, Colin Gray, who is facing second-degree murder charges for providing his son with the semi-automatic rifle used in the shooting.
Good morning, sir.
A new report shows Glacier National Park contributes over $5.5 million to local economies. New numbers show that close to 3 million people nationwide visited Glacier National Park in 2023. Those visitors spent over $372 million in communities near the park, which supported over 5,700 jobs. For more information on Glacier tourism numbers, visit our website at NBCMontana.com.
Now, your NBC Montana Sports Report.
Well, following a shaky opening night win against Missouri State, the Montana Grizzlies are coming back to Missoula with their first mark in the loss column following a 27-24 defeat against North Dakota and Grand Forks on Saturday night. Now, questions are continuing to arise about Montana's ability to consistently create offense and make the big-time tackles on defense. The final score may have only been decided by 3 points, but Montana's road trip to North Dakota can better be summarized as 2 separate blowouts in 2 halves. In the first quarter, Montana's offense behind Ke'Li was highlighted by 3 consecutive touchdown scoring drives. However, a field goal to put the Grizz up 24-7 at halftime would be the final points Montana put up on the scoreboard, and it was all downhill from there.
We failed in every aspect in that second half.
Harsh but fair words coming from Bobby Houck following the loss. Montana's second half defense couldn't get off the field, giving up points on every single drive of the second half.
They did a good job of making some second longers into third and shorters. which gave them the ability to run it because they weren't throwing it particularly well. They've got some depth problems at quarterback, and we didn't really anticipate they'd run him much in this game. We just didn't think that's what they would do.
Meanwhile, the Grizzly offense only ran 16 plays and mustered 34 yards of total offense in the second half and didn't convert one first down until the final drive of the game. By then, the damage had been done as the Fighting Hawks held a 3-point lead. A missed 55-yard field goal on Montana's final possession would put the game on ice.
You can't do what we did the second half and hope to hold on to a big lead or win in any form or fashion. So bad job by us. That starts with me. Got to do a better job figuring out how to get a first down.
The Grizz will look to bounce back on Saturday at home as they take on Morehead State. While the Grizz were on the road, Montana State was back in Bobcat Stadium for the first time this season. NBC Montana's Ethan Becker has the recap of how the Bobcats handled Maine.
A strong start for Montana State propelled it to a 41-24 victory over Maine in the 17th annual Gold Rush game. The Bobcats scored on their first 5 opening drives, including scoring 3 touchdowns in their first 6 offensive snaps.
You know, our fan base is amazing, and our atmosphere is something else. And I know it, after being on the road a couple weeks, to be back home, I think it certainly charged our guys up.
Even with injuries in both the running back room and offensive line, MSU continues to bully opponents in the run game. The Bobcats ran for 344 yards with the Thunder and Lightning duo of Scott Ray Humphrey and Adam Jones combining for 173 yards and 4 touchdowns with help from the Don Joy Mafia.
We have just so many good running backs that can just run really well, and they run hard, and yeah, that speed definitely helps with those breakaways.
The defensive line also showed out in the home opener. Besides holding Maine to 13 rushing yards in the first half, Montana State recorded its first sacks of the season. Junior defensive end Hunter Parsons earned his first career sack, and Big Sky preseason defensive MVP Brody Grebe picked up where he left off in 2023.
That's a huge deal for us to be able to have our O-line and D-line be pillars on this team. If you look at good teams, college football, NFL, whatever it is, the best teams in the world always have the good O-line and D-line usually.
Now through week 2 of the 2024 season, Montana State is 3-0 for the first time since 2012 as the Bobcats get a much-needed bye week to get healthy before hosting newly Division I Mercyhurst in 2 weeks. Reporting in Bozeman, Ethan Becker, NBC Montana Sports.
And now Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster is standing by. And what's it looking like right now, Brooke?
You know, very smoky this morning around western Montana. Air quality is unhealthy. The reason why we have that smoke is we have high pressure that's trapping smoke in our valleys this morning. So deteriorating air quality expected, but there will be a slight improvement for us once we get into the afternoon. Bus stop forecast, Kalispell 56 degrees, 7 to 8 a.m. Lunchtime will be at 73, low 80s this afternoon. Bit breezy at times with gusts up to around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Dry skies today through west central Montana, 70. Right around lunchtime, 85 with breezy wind as we head into the afternoon. Our next weathermaker arrives Wednesday. I'll tell you how it's going to impact your outdoor plans in 10 minutes.
The brand new season of Montana Moment is back as Kevin Mackey takes us to a major transportation hub as gold was discovered in Montana. And here's a live look from our pulsing cam, the Quintanuck Casino and Resort weather camera. Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has your day planner right after the break.